Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. My name is Daniel, and in this video I just want to share with you the recent things that have been going on with me in my dumpster rental business during this season. It's now June time, and I know I haven't really put out a whole lot of content more recently. May was insane for me. The most rentals I've ever had, and it was pretty crazy, pretty bizarre. Super grateful for it, but it really pushed me to my limits, really stressed me out, and it really forced me to look at some of the smaller processes that I have in my dumpster rental business. Just literally, it's just me as I'm juggling this as well as RV transport every day just about. So just want to share with you some things today in this video, some small long-term little wins, I guess you would call it, as well as just trying to get a better process for me overall on a daily basis. What does a normal day look like for me, and being able to figure out some things to increase my efficiency across the board. So we'll go ahead and get right into it here. I am in the process of first of all adding, this is just something small, adding a new phone mount. That's no big deal. Magnetic phone mount suction cup thing to the Ford backup truck. That seems to be an annoyance for me when I am in the backup truck. It's parked out literally just out back here, but go figure. But I've got some other things that I've done to that truck that's going to greatly help things along the way. But I'm going to be adding this little magnetic phone mount thing here. Also, for a couple reasons you'll see in a second, just adding a simple 2 cigarette lighter things in the USB little addition. That'll be a help. And I've already added a few other things to that truck, so I'm going to go ahead and share that with you now. Some things that I've been able to add to the truck to really hopefully make things safer and overall just better. I've got my dogs out here. That's Miss Bella, and then if you can see him, Mr. Ryder, he is inside the garage there. Oh, he sees me. He's coming this way. So anyways, I've got both the dogs here. What ended up happening for me with my Ford truck, my backup truck here that I've got, was I had some issues with the way the truck came. I bought it for $5,100. I haven't done anything to this truck until just recently here. The tail lights had some issues with one, and then I just figured I'd like to replace the other one because they were not LED lights. So I went ahead and replaced both the tail lights here, and then I also added, if you can see it, the backup camera right here, wireless backup camera that I built kind of into the harness here, and redid the whole wiring of everything, as well as I added a new 7-pin. The old 7-pin was looking pretty rough. The cover was broken off here, and I just wanted to get that replaced. So I don't ever use the 4-pin unless I use that for my personal utility trailer, I guess, but replace the 7-pin as well. So this whole back end area is really well, taken care of there. So so that's the lighting. That's the backup camera, wireless camera that I'm very happy with. I'll kind of show that to here in a second, up in the front of the truck. But for this backup truck, I wanted to make it just as good as inconvenient, whether I'm using it because I've got a camper hooked up for the other truck, or if I have somebody else driving for me. Now, for me, I really I don't have a whole lot of options. I'm gonna get in the truck here real quick. I really haven't had a whole lot of options of people who, number one, who I can trust, and I believe that would actually show up on time to deliver the camper, or to deliver the dumpster, and to get the job done. And this business is my baby. I basically started from zero and got it to where it's at, which it's more than zero now, I'll say that. So anyways, but I wanted things to be streamlined. I want things to be I want this backup truck to be just as equipped as my main truck. And so along with that was the backup camera was a major thing. Because this truck has the flatbed whole setup there, you really can't see and really gauge where the ball is in alignment, I guess, with the truck and everything. So I really wanted to get a backup camera. So that was a huge thing. But since I'm getting it put onto this truck, I wanted it to, for the long-term play, someday I may be adding a actual rail system dumping setup for this truck, taking off the flatbed and adding something different. I ended up getting a system that was a two wireless camera system. I will put the link in the description below. I searched for quite a while, looked at a lot of reviews, did a lot of different things, and ultimately I went with a camera. I don't know what it's exactly, how you exactly say it. It's called a Yacri, I guess. I don't really know. System, and it's a pretty solid system. You can have this mounted in different ways. This is just how I did it with the suction cup little setup there. But I really can't use my rear view mirror because there would be nothing to look at. So basically I ended up just putting this right here, and I have not yet got this. I'm of course going to run it across and bring it down, and then this is the reason why I'm going to be adding that additional cigarette lighter, because there's only one, and I already have this kind of set up to where this is a iPhone charging cord for my iPhone, and then my tracker, GPS tracker, I like to charge them in between loads to make sure the tracker is fully charged in case things get busy for other times. So I need two USB ports, and so I have this right here and this right here. So I'm needing the splitter, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. But basically having this, and this is just a red button, you know, push on there to get it turned on. But basically with this in motion and in play, I'm going to be able to have ultimately two cameras here. I can see up to 4. You can have 4 cameras on this system. It's got a SD card slot for just saving for memory. All 4 cameras, you can literally save all of your most recent loads and do a whole bunch of stuff with it if you were to get in an accident or something like that, if you needed footage. So basically that second camera is going to be, I'm planning on putting it actually just right up there. I think in the center of this whole thing, to be able to look down at the back there where the actual dumpster would be. I'm planning on having it right up there facing down, so I could have an even better view if I needed to for backing in a dumpster there. So so yeah, both the splitter thing here for the cigarette lighter, getting that squared away, getting an actual phone suction mount thing up here, or maybe over here, I'm not really sure where I'm going to put that, but that's just some few upgrades that I'm excited about, that I wanted to do, because I just think it's simply needed for getting this truck as safe and as accommodating, I guess, as it can be for me. Something else that I just recently bought, have not had a chance to use it yet, if I can even get it out. Well, I can't with one hand right now, I kind of wedged it in there, but I bought a 2-foot bigger broom, shop broom, whatever you want to call it. I'm planning on getting another one for the Ram from my main truck, but I'm planning on using this to start sweeping out my dumpsters. Seemingly there's just a lot of small I guess slime. I mean, it's a dumpster, you already know, or maybe you don't yet, but there's lots of stuff that I want to just be able to get that out there. I want my presentation of the dumpster to be better than what it has been, and a lot of times when it's real sticky or wet, I've had times where literally I have to go inside the dumpster to wipe stuff out. Me and my standards, I don't know where you're at, but for my business, I want the dumpsters to be cleaned out. I don't want small little bits of this or that laying stuck around. If at all possible, if I can get it out, I want to get it out of the truck, out of the dumpster, sorry. So this is the other camera, the other backup camera here that's going to be installed up on top there at some point. It's got a wireless little whoozy whatsy, and then an extension to actually go all the way if I wanted to. So that's going to be neat. I'm not going to do that today, but at some point I'm definitely going to. And then something else that if you have a Big Tex dump trailer, I wanted to just share this with you because I had an exciting moment in front of a customer, and it was a little scary, a little sketchy, and I felt pretty stupid. But in the battery tray, the hydraulic little tray, whatever you want to call it, with this hydraulic pump, if you can see right there, this is the bleed off valve. And so in front of a customer, I was putting down the hydraulic jack, and I pressed the button and it lifted up. And then right as I was about to walk away, because it's, you know, as usual, it always just holds right there, the whole trailer started to settle back down onto the ball. And so I was like, uh-oh, that's not good. That shouldn't be happening. And the customer was like, should that be happening right now? I'm like, no, actually. Let's see here. So I don't know what a hydraulic system is looking like, supposed to be like. I've never touched one before, besides on my Ram, the power steering, that's hydraulic, you know, kind of a thing. But anyways, just by chance, and I was grateful to God that it was a very quick, easy little fix. But basically, this little valve right here, it just spins lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. I just happened to bump it and it moved. I moved it to the right and it tightened down. And I was like, wait a second, maybe it's loose, maybe I need to tighten it up. So I tightened it all the way down, and what do you know? That was the issue, that was the problem. I tightened it down, that was the bleed off valve, I guess. And the hydraulic jack worked perfectly after that. So I was like, whew, that was a close call. That was a little sketchy. And so anyways, that was that was pretty scary, because I'm sitting in the driveway dropping off this dumpster, and I'm like, I mean, I have a 3-ton jack in my bed of my truck right there, but what am I gonna do? Jack it up, pull the truck forward, and then drop it like to the nose, to, you know, for the nose to go completely down? Like, what am I supposed to do with that? So that was a close call, a little sketchy. I'm also just charging up the battery here. I know there's a lot of guys, and maybe I don't have as many dumpster rentals as other guys do, but I really haven't had many times where the battery, when I am dumping or doing the hydraulic for this dumpster that I've got, I have not had many times where I've been so low on battery that it's come real close to being completely dead. And you know, I would need to get some jumper cables to jump it and give it power. But I do try to, whenever it's not rented out. This was rented out yesterday, and it had been for the last several weeks, almost every day. Pretty crazy. But I just wanted to get this charged up here. It was on the 3 out of 4, but I just wanted to top it off because I don't know what this upcoming several weeks are going to bring here in June. So something else that I just did, all of this, like it's been kind of a wild ride here. I also just added a replacement, because I've had one for years now, a replacement backup camera for my Ram, for my truck here. At this point, I have 673,000 miles on my Ram truck right here. At this point, it's been pretty crazy. Very grateful for every mile. God's kept me safe. It's insane. Very grateful for it. But my backup camera that I have had connected to my aftermarket JVC display radio, whatever you call it, that thing died. And so for the last several months, because I have not had enough time to look into it, to really invest time into it, which is ultimately, you know, my own fault, I guess. Not I guess. I have had several, I don't know if you can tell, I've had several bumps and bruises, even on my license plate up here, from backing into my trailers and having issues. I've backed up 2 trailers for the last 6 years, probably over 1,000 trailers at this point, including my own, probably even more. But I can get it lined up pretty well because it's a dually. I can get this lined up pretty close to the actual dump trailer axles there. But honestly, I keep destroying this literal area right in here. So I finally, it's a Kenwood. I bought it from Best Buy. I wanted something as quickly as possible when I finally did have some available time here recently to get that knocked out. I did have some trouble getting it hooked up to my actual radio, the amplifier or whatever it's called, due to the power going to the purple with the white stripe, which overrides the radio and actually sends the power to the camera for me to be able to see. So had some issues with that. That was very annoying, actually. Had some issues with that. I won't even go into it, it's not worth it. But so I just finally got that last night taken care of. So when I hooked up to this dumpster here, literally I was perfectly underneath the ball at the customer's home. Didn't have to get in and out 20 times. Normally it's a lot worse in the Ford truck, getting in and out, and it's only slightly like that for the Ram here. But it was definitely nice. I was like, man, it's back to the old days where I'm not destroying my bumper here. So that's been very nice, actually. So yeah, I've yet to get the other broom. I got a 2-foot, I think 24-inch broom for the Ford, and I hope to have, just to keep, a broom in here as well for the Ram. So today, as you can tell, and it comes with the territory, the dumpster is pretty gross, pretty dumped out. Probably looks like every other dumpster you've ever seen, but at least the outside, I would really like to keep it on the nicer side, if at all possible. I want to get this cleaned up, power washed without destroying my lettering. That is the plan later today, hopefully. So that is something that's definitely going to be happening. Something else that just happened recently, I think I've got a picture. I can probably put it in the video here for you to show you, but right here is a replacement tire for my dump trailer. This is my 15, so my 17 yard. My driver's side rear left, I guess, that one on my other trailer absolutely just exploded. It went nuts. That was a couple weeks ago. So it was just right outside of town in the morning when everyone is coming into town. So if you know, you know. It was pretty exciting. Everybody and their brother saw me on the side of the road, which had no shoulder, so I was basically in the grass. That was not a whole lot of fun. Maybe I got some good or bad publicity. I have no idea. I just needed to get out of there safely. I was very close to the side of the road. I had nowhere else to go. I was riding on the rim. It's pretty sketchy. And I found out because you don't really hear, at least on these big Texas, I did not hear it. I didn't feel it. I didn't see it until well, a sheriff, literally I saw blue and red flashing behind me, and the guy pulled me over. He's like, hey, you know your tire's like toast? I'm like, as soon as I saw your lights, I saw that the tire was toast, because then I could actually see it kind of fluttering in the breeze or whatever. So anyways, new tire, backup tire there, spare tire. Also for my Ram, that's a backup spare tire that I just got replaced as well, from an issue I had on that truck for some time ago there. So a lot of things have been happening, a lot of small things. Something else that I'm just trying to think through right now. I've got my Ram. Sometimes I'm gone during the day, and there's been a few occasions where I can't get back the next day if I have a dumpster rental. So thankfully, I've got the backup truck available, and that's great. Asking some people that I know that are willing, and I do trust the very few people that I have that in that position. Just saying, hey, come over, grab the keys, go take the truck, and you can take care of the dumpster for me, and that's huge. That's great. However, the next thought process, which I didn't think of till more recently, and maybe you have, and you're smarter than me or quicker than me, but how are they going to, if they're picking up a dumpster, how are they going to pay for it when they have to go dump? Oh, we're barking over here. Come over here, babies. Come here, come here. You're on YouTube. Yep. Okay. Yes. How is this other person going to pay? Well, I have my one debit card for the main operating expense account for the business. But if I'm gone and it was a last minute thing or something happened, I don't want them to have an even greater inconvenience. I'm going to sit down in this chair here. I don't want them to have an even greater inconvenience having to fork up their capital for me to have to then reimburse them. I don't want to do that. That's really asking a lot more, and they shouldn't have to do that. No other business is going to do that to an employee or to an independent contractor type of a thing. That's seemingly kind of ridiculous. So I don't want to do that. So my next thought process is, okay, well, I need to go get a second debit card for the operating expense account, and be able to have that at home or someplace accessible to them. Ryder's going to town with the water over here. Hey, buddy. So I haven't done it yet, but I'm in the process of looking into getting another debit card for that account, that I have basically the keys to the dump trailer compartments available to them. They have the key to the truck, and they'll have the debit card. Everything that they need to be successful, that they're going to be able to have ready to go, that they don't have to fork up or go to great lengths to figure stuff out. So that's my next kind of plan for getting that taken care of. A lot of these things have been very exhausting. It's been very, just a lot of small little battles that kind of add up. Figuring these little things out. Issues with the stupid backup cameras. I did have an issue with my 7-pin, the 7-pin controller. I got a new 7-pin controller. So for whatever it's worth, I'll show that to you as well. My old 7-pin controller, I think I've already thrown it away. I got the same name brand for the controller, but it was basically engaging my brakes even when I wasn't engaging the trailer brakes, even when I wasn't hooked up to a trailer. And then when I was hooked up to a trailer, it was at full 100% braking power. Excuse me. So I determined it was the brake controller. I got the, what is that? Draw Tight. number 4 or something like that. Their 4th generation. It's got all the settings and stuff to be able to do different things, and to be able to manually engage and disengage. So I think I had like the first version. Whoever put the original brake controller in here, they had the first version of the Draw Tight, and so I, with the same connections and fittings or whatever, I just upgraded to the 4th generation, and boom, what do you know, it works. So very happy with that. So got a few things to take care of in this truck here. Also recently got 2 new tires, the inside on this one and the inside on the other. I do need to replace this pretty soon. This is real close to two 30-second tread depth, and for DOT, for if this was being used in RV transport, this would be very close to the bottom of the barrel. So so that's definitely a concern. I want to take care of that as well. And yeah, a new inside tire there. And also I've got running boards now. My stepdad, he I think as a gift, he's one person that I've had work for me and help me out, and so he's on the shorter side, and so he had mentioned, hey, you need some running boards if I'm gonna help. And so I think my mom volunteered as like a Christmas gift. She paid for them. I think it was like a couple $100, and then he installed it for free. He just brought it over to their house and installed it for me. So that's, I mean, that's a huge blessing, huge help. It's for me, it's not as much of a direct need. I'm a little taller than him, but man, I got some crazy flies. But yeah, there's just been a lot of stuff going on. We're at like 27 minutes now, but man, it's been rolling here. I hope to do a future video here coming up, sharing more numbers and things that have been going on, things that have worked well, things that haven't. As far as ads and different things that I've been doing, but last month was the best month. Go figure. I'm only a year and some change into it, so it's going to be pretty easy to break records. But it's been pretty wild. So yeah, just want to share this with you. Hopefully there's a lot of little nuggets maybe that can help you in your dumpster rental business. This was just kind of a information dump on you, I guess. Hopefully this can help you in your journey. Let me know down in the comments below, what are some things that you're looking at that you're wanting to figure out, some small victories. These are all these things, the lights, the cameras, the stuff inside the cab, all these things, these are, in my opinion, these are small things that I've really had to fight and get through to be able to streamline the process, the efficiency, having a backup driver, having the debit card, all these kind of things that I'm looking at, I think are really going to help me in the long-term process. And I'm really excited about it. It's a journey. So hopefully you have a great day today. Stay safe, and God bless, guys.